gather around the fire, Boss Squad. I have a story to tell about a woman armed with a binder who went viral and said farewell. Once upon a time in a faraway land, a binder was created, a huge key to a plan. The plan was to have receipts in order to back up the truth. People love to lie and gossip, but the binder holds actual proof. I'll share some binder time riddles where the truth is nicely hidden. Take a listen. You determine if the stories are fact or fiction. The people have spoken. They've sent requests. I've seen every last demand. Binder time stories coming soon. Your wish is my command.
Oh, wow.
Your wish is my command.
I was not expecting the trailer.
You said what?
I wasn't expecting the trailer. I'm over here dancing, and then all of a sudden...
Look, I was like, let me go ahead and do this plug real quick. What is going on? First of all, let me get my mic hooked up because I was charging my trackpad. So let's do that because I totally forgot. Okay, hopefully that sounds better. What is going on, Boss Squad? Welcome to another episode of Tea with Monique with me and Jay. I'm so excited.
Me too. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Me too. No, first of all, let me just tell y'all, the special guest for tonight, just in case y'all did not know, is going to be my siblings, and they are off the chain. I'm going to put the disclaimer out there right now. Do not hold it against me anything that they say, because they are like literally they off the chain. Y'all think I'm bad? Oh, y'all wait till this episode gets going. But welcome, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Mary, thank you, our moderator, for always being so amazing. Make sure y'all go ahead and like this video as y'all enter, as Mary just told y'all. Follow us on Instagram. Jay is J.E. Henson. I'm Mrs. Monique Samuels on Instagram, and I am super excited. I washed my hair and laid down my bob for y'all tonight. Put on my little small earrings and, let the girls out for a little bit. I got a new bra and I'm liking it a lot.
I always say whenever you have the bob, that's when you mean business. Whenever that bob is out, you're not coming to play.
Yes, and she be moving. So look, but without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into this because I love my sister, my brother, and I'm over here stalling because my sister is just moving around in the backstage. She's still sitting. And I'm ready for, there she is. Now she's sitting down. So now I can go ahead and introduce. Thank you so much, Marcella, for the super chat. Let me start the super chat. Love your sister. She is yes, she is. Yes, she is. So my sister, she is the oldest. She's the one that paved the way for me and my brother to come swimming up after her. And her name is Tosha, aka Tosh Mac, Team Firstborn. What up, Tosh?
That's my intro.
Oh my God.
She's a mess.
I had to bring my own smoke.
Oh God.
Already. Tasha love the shade. So yes, Tasha is here, and my brother.
Yeah.
He is my baby. I love my baby brother. He's 7 years younger than me, so I act like I'm his mom. And let me go ahead and embarrass him before I pop him on the screen. I used to change his diapers. I told him he was my boo boo. We used to call him Buddha Man. And
Buddha Man.
Yes. I love my little brother so much. Y'all don't even understand. Kevin, aka Boss Squad.
See, I already knew you were going to do something, start sharing some things that didn't have any business being on the internet. But I didn't know it was going to start before I even got on the screen. I didn't even get to say anything yet, and they already got nicknames that I haven't gone by in 30 years.
It's still pixelated.
Yes. Oh my God. First of all, Kevin, I love your shirt. Woo woo.
I had to do it.
No,
I had to do it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Boss Squad is officially in the house. The inventor of the Boss Squad, while everybody's hating, they want to copy and they want to duplicate the whole movement. They really do. So yes, Kevin is here. Tasha is definitely lit. She had her own smoke situation. Yes. People already flirting in the chat. Y'all are hilarious. What's up, James? Yes, Boss Squad is officially in the house. Y'all might as well just go ahead and hit that like button. It's over 100 people already here. Hit that like button right now.
That's just in the chat. We don't know how many people's viewing.
I know, just like right now at the same time consecutively, people pop in and out. But yes, so I know these numbers is going to get up. Kevin just as messy as
frozen on a crazy picture?
Probably messier.
Right. Yes, Kevin don't play. Tasha, what are you saying?
What?
You were just talking.
I don't know.
Well, look, before we get started into the conversation, I do have a little surprise for everybody as I try to find it. There it is. Everybody watching gets 15% off your entire Mila Eve Essentials order store-wide. I can do that because I own the store. And it's going to end tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So go ahead over to shopmilaeve.com. Go ahead and buy up the whole store. I'm giving y'all 15% off of our already low prices. Thank y'all so much for your support. I'll leave that up for a little bit so y'all can make sure y'all, don't forget. All right, Jay, go ahead and kick us off. I know you got some questions for us before we get to clowning.
Okay. So I wanted to start it off with a little fun and games because listen, the three of you guys are like my favorite siblings. I have said multiple times, I feel like I should be the honorary sibling. But I just want to know a few things about you guys growing up, and I decided to spin it into a fun little game. So I'm going to ask a question, and I was going to have you guys have paper, but I just want you to, whenever I say your name, you're going to give me your answer. So I'm going to ask a question. And you can only pick one sibling for the question.
All right.
So I'm going to start off by asking, who got in trouble the most growing up?
Monique.
Yeah, I just know it wasn't me.
Really?
True story. I was always on punishment. Always on punishment.
Yep. Really?
Yeah. Sneaking out the house, cussing out the teachers.
Yeah.
I did that too. But
let me go ahead and pour my champagne. What y'all drinking?
I was trying that champagne that Tasha been talking about.
They better give me an endorsement as much as I be pushing this brand.
I mean, so far it's okay.
Which one did you get? Show me.
Hold on. Just pause. Pause for a second. Let me tell y'all right now, everybody watching. This is why whenever me, my sister, and my brother got together to film during Housewives of Potomac, none of those scenes ever made it because we have a tendency to talk over each other. That's what's happening right now. Kevin's talking, Tasha's talking. So we're going to try our best not to do that because what happens is it just sounds like a muffle. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Well, just stop talking when I'm talking. Then that solves that.
You don't want to keep talking over everybody. Argue. So y'all are drinking. Kevin, you said you're drinking. Now, why aren't y'all together? Y'all literally live in the same city.
Well,
because this is what happened.
Tried to do that last minute. I started talking first. Tasha tried to do it last minute, and you know me, I already had my day planned out. Like I was at the gym, I had to come home, I had to get some design files ready, send them to you, shower, eat, get everything ready. And Tasha's like, you should come over here. And I'm like, I can't leave the valley, go back to Hollywood, come back up to the valley and do everything else. Like we should have talked about this before. So it just didn't work out.
Well, if you would have came to my house, you wouldn't have had all these technical issues with your internet. But anyway,
my internet's fine.
Kevin woke up and chose to be a puzzle. I wake up every morning and choose to be liquid. So I'm able to move, shift, and pivot. He's stuck in his own plan. So that's the problem that we run into a lot.
I do it works for me.
He has to plan and all this extraness.
Look, I feel
well, we're both stubborn. So that's why he's home and I'm home.
And I'm Moni in the middle. I wish I can move this screen so that we could actually do that. Let me see. Is there a way that, let me put Jay here and then I'm going to put Moni in the middle. Now it makes sense.
Oh, I'm so big.
I keep fighting. True story. Whole life.
Oh my goodness.
Firstborns.
So yeah, I got in trouble the most. Moni in the middle.
Me being in the big square, this is very intimidating. Okay,
You
anyway.
gotta make him a little smaller.
It's fine. Fine.
I'm gonna start looking at what you got in your room.
Oh, you
See what
know,
accessories you got lying around.
all you have to pay attention to is the Hennessy in this beautiful glass.
I'm done.
Listen. Okay. Next question. Who was the most competitive growing up?
Tasha?
I feel like I am, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Let
For
me
sure.
put it there. Go ahead, Tasha.
I'm definitely the most competitive. And the most pettiest too. Like I will literally argue with a baby.
She really cursed some kids out too.
Yes. Yeah. That's
like
what
to
we're Tasha, first of all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Every time somebody talking, I'm gonna just move us around. Tasha argues with my oldest son all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Just rude.
Yeah. He has to learn. First of all, he's the firstborn, so I gotta train him. He tries to act like he's the baby, and I'm like, Christopher, you're the oldest. Like, this is how it goes, and I give him tips.
Yeah. All right, Jay, what's the next question?
Righty. Who was the tattletale growing up?
Moni.
We didn't have those.
Moni.
Oh, wait.
Oh, or at least I didn't think so.
Kevin,
I
you were
was
young.
it.
You were young, Kevin, but I used to tell on Tasha all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
by the time I came around, it was like, a unit. As far as I could see.
You
when
played.
Kevin was born,
Kevin would see me sneaking people in the house, and he ain't say nothing.
I told on her once, and it was by accident. And then as soon as it came out, I was like, let me try to like walk it back, but it was too late.
Moni definitely was the snitch.
Really?
Yeah, I was a snitch. Yeah, I would always tell because look, I had to keep my little innocent thing going on because I was the one that got in trouble all the time. So I had to snitch on everybody else to even the playing field.
I can see it now. I can see it.
The hater.
I'm glad I missed out on that.
All right, there.
All righty. If you could only take one of your siblings on the game show Family Feud, who are you picking and why?
Wait, say that again.
If you could only take one sibling on the show Family Feud, who are you choosing and why?
I'll go first. I would take Moni with me because we're the closest in age, and we went through a lot of life transitions together. So I feel like we would vibe and get these answers right on the show.
Yeah, okay. I agree because whenever we play Taboo, we can have a whole team, but it just be like I'd be like Tasha, remember that time? Blah 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 blah, and she'd be like, umbrella, parachute, But then if it's more current life, then it'd be Kevin because Kevin be like, we be all up into the same things. And I talk to Kevin like more often because Mila Eve, Not for Lazy Moms, all of that. Just so y'all know, my brother is the one that
give one answer. This is not a presidential diplomatic debate. When you weigh in on both sides.
Well, you want to hate my response.
I was trying to use this as an opportunity to promote Mila Eve.
Josh, you messing up the plug.
One answer.
Plug.
Oh, okay.
Kevin designed all the packaging. He designed all the packaging, y'all. And I'm diffusing, by the way.
I am too. I'm diffusing too right now.
I don't believe it.
I'm using the fresh scent, and I'm using the lavender.
Oh, you really are.
Okay.
Cool.
You can't see it.
Kevin got an answer because he ain't choosing none of us.
Yeah, that's the answer.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have that sort of like psychic twin powers that you guys have. But I know if I took Tasha and even if our answers were wrong, she'd find a way for them to change it and give us the right answer. Because I've watched her do it with airline customer service. She walks away with 2 new flights and a whole bunch of credits. Meanwhile, if I chose Moni, she would just know a whole bunch of random facts about things that I just never considered.
Remember when I got your first class flight fully refunded from United Airlines?
Yes. So Tasha, it was Andy's baby shower. I had a first class round trip ticket. and I canceled like literally the night before I was supposed to fly out because I just couldn't leave Chase. He was too young, and so I just decided not to go to the baby shower. And my sister, I just forwarded her the ticket. I said, Tasha, is there any way you can get this fully refunded? And she did. I don't know what she does. But
I'll tell you, so at the time, I think there was some terrorist threats going on in DC where they were shutting down the airports, so people were afraid to fly.
Yes.
So I talked to the customer service. I actually emailed them and flipped it on them like, how dare you not care about your customers and their safety? I don't feel comfortable flying during this time, so I feel like I'm entitled to a refund. And they basically sent the whole money to her.
Y'all better take notes. Tasha never takes no for an answer. Like literally,
Hey,
never.
In business, you can't say that across the board because that sounds like
Well, yeah, in business. In business. That's hilarious.
yeah.
All right, Jay, what you got?
All right, I got one final question. Out of the three of you guys, who would you say is the best cook in the kitchen?
Moni.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't cook at all, so.
But Kevin been whipping up some good stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have like my limited menu of things, and I don't venture too far outside of that. I just do what works, and I might get a little adventurous every now and then, but I don't know how to just get creative in the kitchen.
I can only make an omelet. I'm only known for omelets. That's all I can do.
No, I definitely can cook up a pancake, as y'all know. But let me tell y'all, yeah, I be throwing it down when I have time. But yeah, most Thanksgivings, I took the past 2 years off because I've been cooking Thanksgiving dinners for the past like over a decade. So even pregnant, they didn't care. They were both in the house when I was with Chase, and I had Chase like 4 days later. 4 days later, they were passing me all the ingredients so I could cook. Yeah. So yeah, we love to throw down in the kitchen. Mm-hmm.
All righty. I feel like I've learned so much about you three already.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess since I'm the host, I'm moving on to something new. Does anybody have a funny story from your childhood that you are willing to share with the hundreds of people watching and myself?
Well, we need some context.
Like what kind of? We got a lot of funny stories.
Let's see. Let's see. Maybe I don't know.
Somebody asked me on Instagram, just while you think about it, they asked me on Instagram, how does it feel that I'm the only straight sibling?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what kind of question is that?
Like if she don't watch out, she might catch it too.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
God. Wait, did y'all see that TikTok video of the guy saying that they were saying that COVID vaccine is giving people turning people gay?
Yes.
He said yes, and I think that I can attest to it because here's me before the vaccine. He was like this, just posing. He said, and here's me after.
That is funny.
Oh my God, I was cracking up. Like people are so stupid. But a funny story. I mean, I used to run away all the time, and I would run away from home and go to church.
Yeah.
And do what?
So I ran away from home, and I got hungry, and y'all know I like to eat, so I had to eat. So I went to church because they was there and they had food, and then they called my parents and told them, "Your daughter's here." Yeah, and I got in trouble once again.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully you go into church, they didn't give you too much pressure because, church is a good place to run away to.
Yeah. Wait, Riley in here being messy. Talking about tell the story how y'all scammed the neighbors for snacks.
Oh, I remember that.
Everything we did was for food. Everything we did was for food.
Kevin was too young. I feel like he went with us. He was definitely with us.
No.
I don't think I was there for that.
Wait, I was in third grade. So how old was Kevin?
Kevin was with Coleman. He was with our great grandma. That's where he always was if he wasn't with us.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah.
We already told this story, Riley.
We did. We told it on Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all got to go back to that episode on Not for Lazy Moms, and y'all can watch that.
I think I might have told it twice.
We did.
Probably one too many times. I don't want people knocking on our door trying to put us in jail. Talk about y'all confessed. I don't care if it's
allegedly.
So were you?
So we can get the real tea. Y'all gotta watch Down Wednesday.
When Kevin became of age, were you guys like the three amigos? Like, were you guys always together, or were you guys kind of doing your separate thing growing up? Were you guys always together? So
we were not by choice.
We were always together, even when he wasn't of age to go out or anything.
It'd be like, take your brother with you. Like, it was a lot of that. But I was so much younger than them.
Yeah, he hung out with the older crowd. He didn't have a choice.
Yeah, Kevin was like, he was like our baby. Like, he was like ours. Both our parents worked. So I was in 3rd grade. Tosha was in 5th grade. Kevin was in preschool. And my mom would call us at 6 a.m. and ring the phone. So we would wake up. We would answer and say, all right, we're up. And then we would get ourselves dressed. 3rd grade. That's how old? Like 9, 10? Get ourselves dressed and get Kevin dressed. Get ourselves out the door. We would call my mom, let her know we're leaving, and then we would walk 20 minutes to South Main Street School in Pleasantville. And then once we got to my brother's school, we would call my mom, let her know we made it there. And then we would go down the street to our school, South Main Street, and then we would call her again and say we're at school every day.
Really?
We were literally like grown at that young age and didn't even think anything of it. It was just what we had to do. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, Kevin, I do have a question for you because I am the youngest sibling, and I don't know, for years I've yearned to like be older than somebody, but it just never happened. So, growing up, did you ever want to be like have a younger sibling, or were you cool with like just chilling out being the youngest child?
I've never even considered having a younger sibling.
Really?
It was never a thought that crossed my mind. I didn't need anybody else. I was like, no, I'm good. But I also like kept to myself a lot. So I didn't like need another little, something here or there.
Okay.
I've never even thought about that before.
Yeah, Kevin was so spoiled. We wouldn't even let people touch him. So whenever we went to church, the thing at our church, we went to a church, shout out to Refuge Church of Christ in Pleasantville, New Jersey. We would not. The thing was, anytime anybody in the church had a new baby, all of the kids, it was like me and all of our cousins and my sister, all of us, we would always take turns holding the new baby. That was like the thing. Well, when Kevin was born, we ain't let nobody hold him. We'd be like, no, like we were so stingy with him and we spoiled him rotten. And we were very protective still to this day of Kevin. So you don't mess with my brother. Like I would punch you in your face and not even feel bad about it.
Yeah.
That I won't regret because don't mess with my brother. So just saying.
He was sort of a bipolar baby too, because he reminds me of Chase actually, because he would be real sweet and all for the program and hugging and cuddling. And then if you get on his nerve, he's like,
yes.
I was fine. I just needed to be fed and that was it. Like as long as I ate, I was cool.
Yes. Oh man. I remember that time when we went to Wendy's in the drive-thru. And
Kevin,
yes.
Don't mess with his food. That's all I say.
I still have like flashes of that moment, even as an adult. It's just like, look, I'm starving. I've been waiting so long to get this food. I finally have it in front of me. And every time I went to take a bite, ew, are you going to eat that? Ew, it looks a little burnt. Oh my God, is that what it's supposed to look like? As soon as I go in for it, and I just lost my mind. Like, let me eat my food. I can't stand that.
We were like, okay, psycho.
Chase acts just like Kevin, and he looks just like Kevin. Oh my God. I wish I had a side-by-side that pop up on the screen right now because those two, oh my God, the attitude, and then so sweet, and then the next minute just flip on you. And yeah, that was definitely Kevin. I was thinking of a story and I just lost it. But yeah, we used to make Kevin fight all the kids in the neighborhood.
Oh my God.
We would make sure he beat him up.
I don't know what happened to that. It didn't stick very long. That skill went out the window at some point.
Literally,
Kevin used to win.
And we would make Kevin fight our friends' younger siblings. And Kevin would be whooping on these kids.
Yeah.
Really?
He
like
would.
This is news to me.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Ricardo wants us to talk about the coming out story.
Oh, boo.
Oh,
No, it's funny. Like Kevin sent an email to Monique coming out and she never saw it. True story. Had no idea.
that's also another pass. I don't know. You talked about it in one of the Wind Down Wednesdays before.
Yeah, we did. Y'all got to watch Wind Down Wednesday. Nana.
I saw a really good question.
Okay.
Whenever, well, obviously not for you, Monique, because you've been with Chris for a very long time. But even prior to Chris, how do you guys handle when your sibling does enter a new relationship and is seeing somebody new? I mean, are you guys like super overprotective? Do you give them, 150,000 questions? Like, what is the vibe like when you bring somebody around your family?
There is totally different dynamic in answers. And Monique, go first.
I am rude. I am ignorant. I do not like people dating my siblings. I don't need any more family members. I'm quite selfish. I'm just being 100. Why are you here? Like I'm that sibling that will grill the mess out of you. And it takes, because I'm very protective of my sister and my brother. So, and Tosha is always dating straight women. So,
my goodness.
She be turning them out. And then my concern is, what if they're just going along with this for now and they don't, and it doesn't last.
Mm-hmm. It's just fun for the moment.
So that's my fear with Tosha. And I don't have no issues with Kevin because Kevin don't bring nobody around.
I haven't met anybody that's been worth to introduce to my family, so that just hasn't happened.
But how do you handle our relationships coming into?
With your like exes, I've been like really friendly with them once I warm up to them. But the second that they do something wrong, or I'm just like, your character is not for me, then I just shut them down. Like, just completely shut off. Like, I don't need to talk to you. Or actually, for a while, I did like the fake smiles and highs. Hey, good to see you, and then keep it pushing.
Oh my God! Can you please tell the story about what you used to do to mommy's ex-boyfriend?
Wait, I gotta think about what is it I used to do. Some of them,
with the headphones.
It was like high school. And I mean, sometimes I just like to be in my own world and I don't want to be bothered, or like, I don't feel like having to make conversation with you right now. We can exist in the same space without a whole bunch of chit chat. So some of her boyfriends would just try to be a little too friendly and too conversational. So I would just put my headphones in, not listening to anything, pure silence. And they're just talking. Somebody try to get my attention, blindfolds, just blinders on. I ain't see you. I ain't hear you. I ain't nothing. And I think maybe like 2 years later, I had told my mom that like a lot of those times I wasn't listening to music. I just didn't want to talk to her boyfriend.
That is hilarious. That's genius for anybody listening out there. If y'all ever just don't want to talk to somebody, just put some headphones in. It works.
These days, it don't even work. People still try to come up and talk to you. It's just like, you see these in my ear. Why do you think I can hear you?
Irky. Somebody, so Love and Hip Hop said, Monique, you can't turn someone out who's straight. Tosha.
Wait a minute, I didn't give my answer.
Oh, I want you to answer that too, though. But go ahead, because that's not true. I'm telling you, Tosha, away.
With Moni's boyfriends, Kevin's boyfriends, I take the I like to extort them, honestly. So you can buy my loyalty. I'll be nice. Look, I'll be nice to you. And at the end of the day, I'm still keeping, what is the middle eye? What is that? The intuition
open. Pineal gland, third eye open.
Yeah. So I'll play for the team, and then if you do something wrong to them, then I'm coming after you. Like, I'm going to beat your ass, like literally. So I give them that talk.
Tasha said I'll extort them.
So like when mommy's boyfriends, I'll make them give me money. I told Chris that he got to buy me a Bentley. He still owe me.
Still ain't happening.
When Kevin has his little flings around, they just bring bottles of alcohol, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She's met some of. You weren't ever supposed to meet any of those people. Tasha would just be at the house. She like came into my room one day and she's like, "Oh my God, sorry. Like, why are you just walking in my room?"
I saw way too much. Usually I go out to West Hollywood and I get drunk, and then after I'll just pop up at Kevin's house. And I'm like, where's my brother? And everybody's like, oh, he's upstairs. So I just run upstairs and bust open the door. He's like, oh,
Oh my God.
I don't like unannounced visits.
I've literally busted him so many times. He's so embarrassed.
First of all, let me just put this out there. Anybody in my family and anybody close to me already know, don't pop up at my house. On top of the fact that I'm a licensed gun carrier, don't come at my house.
I'm
You
popping.
might get shot. Seriously.
The only reason why we don't pop up is because we don't live in the same state, but I would not be abiding by those rules.
Tasha will pop up if she was close enough.
Yeah.
I got a story of one time where she was at my house outside and she's just like, Kevin, come let us in or come out and I want you to meet my friend. And I was just like, no. What, you serious? You're not going to let us in? No. What are you doing here? I don't want to meet people.
Look, I told the girl, I was like, oh, he's asleep.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you ain't let us in. Why are you? No, I'm in bed.
I'm the same way. Don't come. I don't care. You could be coming back from the dead and I could have loved you. And you better not come to my house unannounced. I don't like pop-ups. That is not a good surprise for me. That throws off my whole center. And I I have things to do on a day-to-day basis and I plan out my week. And if you come over on a day where I have not planned for you, it's going to throw me off. And now I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm going to be behind in my work. Like I got kids like,
That's too
good.
Where's that question that was for Tasha? Where was it? It was
something about, she said you can't turn people out.
yes.
Turn a woman out if she's already straight. If she's straight, that's not true.
That is true. You have to have some type of curiosity or desire that's in you. And I just help bring it out.
No, what I'm saying is when I say straight, I mean she's never been with a woman, and then
if she's been with a woman, she's never been straight. She just hasn't been with a woman. Period.
Or maybe she's straight and she experimented.
That means you're not straight.
Maybe Monique just means like people with like dormant curiosity. The curiosity's been in there, but it's been on sleeper mode and Tasha like wakes it up.
Yeah. There's been women that I try to get at that it never happened. That's because that they're just not like that. And as much as I push, they don't care. So they are straight.
Ricardo wants to know, has Monique ever dipped in the lady pond? No, never. I've never been interested. And here's the thing. I can appreciate a beautiful woman. Like I can compliment her all day. But I'm just not into women like at all. I need me something stiff. And it better be, Chris. That's
I have comebacks for all of that.
With a poker.
If a girl said something like that to me, I'll be like, okay, I'll give you something stiff, and I have colors. So
that's why I said it better be Chris, because she'll be talking about the wrong choice. She'll be talking about no. I need my man.
Oh my God.
Right.
Okay. So I know you guys have this beautiful siblinghood, a nice real unit, but every pair of siblings have had their share of arguments. So growing up, did you guys didn't argue that much, but who argued the most out of the three of you guys?
Those two.
I would say I argued the most with both of them.
Really?
Tasha is the worst.
Y'all do.
That's what I said. It would be me and Moni or me and Kevin, but it was rarely Moni and Kevin. So I was always the common denominator in both of them.
Yeah, Tasha is a mess, and I think it's really because Tasha was a mess. You wasn't ready to be a big sister. Mommy and Daddy had me too soon after you.
Wasn't ready. I got forced into it. It wasn't even wasn't even an option. I didn't have the option. I had to just be that.
Yeah, and we're 18 months apart, so you didn't really get like a full 2 years of just being by yourself. But yeah, Tasha and me used to fight like into adulthood. Like we got to a physical fight when I used to live with her. When I dropped out of college, I moved to DC, and I was living with my sister, and I became the mom of the house. I was always keeping everything.
First of all, she just, and she's talking about she don't like pop-ups. She just came and moved in. What invited to move in, and she just came and moved in and made herself the mom of the house. So that's where our arguments will come into play. Like, come on,
She really did though.
you can't just tell me what to do in my space.
I tried to move in too, but y'all wouldn't let me stay.
Yeah. Let you stay for the summer.
But
For the summer.
You came for the summer.
Like, I don't like having verbal altercations. I just feel like it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. I'm gonna get flustered. I'll just beat you up and call it a day.
Like,
so I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you.
Oh my goodness! I was just telling.
She just be like, she's done talking. She just punched me.
I was just telling somebody that the other day. Like, what are we talking about? Like, let's just.
Like, why are we talking?
Tasha used to beat me up all the time. That's where I learned how to fight, from fighting her.
Kevin too. Kevin will get these hands too.
Oh my God. Hilarious. Listen, first of all, I was never a fighter. Like, nobody knew me in school to be the fighter. I was the person who knew how to defend myself if I had to fight. But I wasn't a person that just walked around trying to fight people. And I was popular because Tosha was popular. I was Tasha's little sister.
So, and I was popular because I would beat people up. Seriously. Like I remember fighting one of my best guy friends at the park because I think we were playing basketball and he said something slick and I just started wilding on him. Like I took his head and bashed it into the pole that the slide, the slides have the poles.
Oh,
we were squabbing.
A lot of fights used to happen at that park.
Yeah. And I used to be at that park.
I remember that was like a thing. When I was in middle school, it was just like, all right, as soon as the bus get out, you got to go because then the high schoolers come, everybody's just going to start fighting.
Exactly.
I thought this was a good question. Have y'all ever stopped speaking to each other for more than a year? Never. We talk every day, all of us. Like we have a group family text message and we literally chat every day, all day, sometimes too much. Sometimes I have the chat on high alerts.
I do too.
Because it be going off. And Tasha just
always on do not disturb.
Tasha will just text at like 3 a.m. and just start chatting away. And the phone will wake me up and I'll just start texting right back to her.
Weirdo.
Tasha had no sense of time because she on the West Coast and she a night owl. But and then it's always funny when Kevin chimes in because Kevin rarely does. So when he does, it's like, oh, that must have really been funny.
I'll like lurk in every now and then and scroll through, but for the most part, it's on do not disturb.
Oh my goodness. I saw a very nice question. It says, describe your siblings in 3 words. Tosh.
All right, I'll go. Let's see.
I'm scared.
There's a lot.
I know. I never really thought about it. All right, with Moni, I'll say that she is, and I can't just put it in 3 words. I'm gonna give 3 phrases.
Okay.
So Moni is completely big-hearted and loving.
Thank you.
Even to a fault. Like she will love on the grimiest person. We're like, how are you doing this? She just sees the best in anybody. I would say she's definitely about action. So me, I have great ideas and concepts, and Moni is really great about actually making it happen, like in the technical sense. And then I would say we're all hilarious. We get that from our mom.
Yes.
Kevin, I would say Kevin is the most. What's the word? He is the most. God, I can't think of the word. But what I'm trying to say is that he's very in tune with who he is, and he is unapologetically himself, and he's been like that since a baby. Very smart and very loving too. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Monique.
My turn. So Tasha is the ultimate pathway maker. She has led the path for me and Kevin, and she has been such the great big sister. Like she's the epitome of what a firstborn should be. She will go through the trenches and she will make sure she clears the path so that me and Kevin don't have to deal with what she came across.
Very true.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, she will like make you grow up real quick. And I know we're supposed to just tell short phrases, but I'll tell this quick story. I was very much entitled and spoiled. And my sister is the reason I grew up, because she was just like, you know what? You're always complaining. You're a spoiled brat, and you want everybody to just move when you say move. I'm not doing that. And I had to basically, I was recording my music, Pursue a Career, and I would go back and forth from DC to New York. And my sister would take me. So we would get a train ticket and I would go with her, and she made sure I was like an artist. Like I was like darn Nicki Minaj back in the day when I wasn't even like, I ain't. So, and the expectation was just ridiculous. Like I just expected that my sister was just going to lay it all out. She would set up the meetings and I would just go in and do what I had to do. And she would always tell me, you need to know the business. Don't just be the artist, know the business. And she had to end up just teaching me by showing me. So I got on her nerves and she said, you know what? Go to New York by yourself. Wow. I said, well, how am I going to get there? You figure it out. But you ain't canceling this session, so you need to go. And I was like, I got on the bus. I got on the Greyhound. Got to New York, and I just stood there like, where the heck do I go? You know, I had to figure out how to catch the subway. I was freaking nervous. I was shivering like, yo, like she just left me here stranded. And,
I left her stranded.
Yeah, that's how my mindset was. You know, she taught me an important lesson. She taught me how to grow up, and she taught me that you need to be self-sufficient. You can't be having demands on people. And like, who are you to be having these demands for people? You know, so she taught me how to grow up. That was a huge first thing, which had a lot of things into it. The second thing is she is such a great auntie. She's such a protector. Tasha's very loving. She said, I have a big heart. She has a big heart because Tasha will be giving people second chances who I would cut. Like, I'd be like, Tasha, like she will give you her last, you know, like, so I love that about Tasha. And she's freaking funny, like hilarious. Like we get together and we have just such a good time. Kevin cracks me up because Kevin, you will not get him to do what he does not want to do. You can sweet talk him. You can't. I've never met a person so headstrong and confident in what they want for themselves and will not be moved. Like super secure with himself, and I love that. And Kevin also is cute. All of us have big hearts. That's just how we were raised. Like he has such a big heart. He looks out for people. He looks out for his friends' pets, like everybody. And I love the fact that, like I said, when I say Kevin will not be moved, he basically became an uncle to my oldest. And I was just like, are you going to hold him? Are you going to hold him? And he was like, yeah, he's so little. Oh, I've never been around a human like that before, that's small. You know, I never even thought about it because Kevin was the baby. So he's never been around other babies. And he was in town for 9 days. And on the 9th day before he left, he finally held Christopher. But ever since then, I love that. Like my oldest son, you can't tell him nothing about Uncle Kevin. He loves Uncle Kevin. My kids love their auntie and their uncle. And I love that Kevin will like sit down and he'll really just like, he'll take in whatever it was from his childhood that he felt like people didn't really listen to me when I talked when I was younger. So he uses that and he makes sure that he listens to my kids talk. And it really goes a long way. They love it. And he's very dedicated. Like he's on it. He's a hard worker. I remember when I started Not for Lazy Moms, Kevin is the reason that it was able to launch. He designs the website. He does all the graphics, all the updates, everything. He literally is Not for Lazy Moms. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would do. Even with me and Laeve, it's thank God I have a brother that is as talented as him. He designs websites and graphics, and he has the ability. You said you don't understand this twin connection, but honestly, you get it. I could tell Kevin, here's my thought. True. I want to do this, that, and the other. And then I told you about this, Jay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And then Kevin will just like take what is in my head that I'm trying to verbalize, and he'll actually put it in front of me. And he does it all the time. So he's a person who really listens to you. And a lot of times it's missing these days with relationships, having somebody that really listens. So I love that. So I love my siblings. Love y'all.
Kevin, your turn.
I mean, after all of that, I don't know what else is left to say. I
You
felt
better
like
think
anything
something.
I was
You better be
thinking
good.
was like just another word of what they already said. Moni said that Tasha was like a pathway maker, and I was thinking like, I think the word is maverick, and I'm pretty sure that is the word I'm looking for. And it's basically the same thing of just kind of like, you know, going out, blazing your own trail, going against the current. And she's definitely all of those things. And I don't know.
Like I literally used to go visit Kevin at college at the end of the semester, and we would have a picnic lunch at a park that he chose, and I would literally just talk to him like, "So, how was your semester? How did you feel you did? You know, what are your goals? How are you like? What are you passionate about? Like, if you don't want to do this major, change it." And I would just literally sit there and just have a coaching session with him just to make sure that he
Yeah,
was
she
living.
definitely. They've both always been really helpful with guiding me, either intentionally by just having conversations with me and helping me kind of process what it is that I'm trying to do or how I should move about something, or even not intentionally by me just watching them. Like so many of like my music tastes and like my mannerisms came from Tasha, from just watching her. And then even some of the things that I decided to do, like the instrument that I played, was just because Moni had already played the saxophone, so I did it too. Like my whole existence is kind of like a mashup of the two of them into one person with just like a little extra sprinkling of something else.
A little dash of shade.
There's a little pinch for flavor.
Right. Oh my gosh. Somebody had a great question. What would you say is each other's tragic flaw? I can say that, and I think I can say it for all three of us.
I've got one for all three.
Yeah.
We tend to trust people without them earning it.
That one.
Yep.
That one for sure.
Yeah, it's a flaw that we're all trying to work on every day.
Like seeing it happen to the other ones, just like, oh shoot, I do that too. It's like, oh man, and it didn't turn out too great for you, and it didn't turn out too great for me either.
And I would say that we're all super stubborn. Super.
Yes.
So, you know.
Okay. I did have a question for Mr. Kevin, because I used to run the Monique and Portia fan page, and I know I stole a lot of clips off of the Boss Squad page. What happened to the Boss Squad page? What happened?
Well, for one, I was tired of Moni always getting in trouble for things I was posting.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would be having all these different like phone conferences, and they're making it seem as though she's feeding me content or she's driving it and I'm just the person creating it. But half the time she didn't even know anything I was posting unless I thought it was so funny that I would show her beforehand. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, it would just, I think of it, I'd make it, I put it out there. So that was like one of the reasons why I was just kind of like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore, because it's turning into a headache for her, even though I'm the person doing it. And then on top of that, like, I mean, the reality, as much fun as it was, like I knew I was also still putting negativity out there, and I just didn't want to keep breathing in that sort of energy, because there's so much of that on social media already. Like the comment sections on anything are just like crazy, and people tearing each other apart and saying like the most hurtful thing they can think of. And I know that even though I don't think what I was doing was that intense, but I was still playing a part in that sort of culture of it. And eventually I was just like, I don't want to anymore.
Maybe Jay should take over a Boss Squad page.
Well, you know, the Instagram people don't like me these days, so I don't think that's a good idea.
You know what I noticed? Anything that is attached to anything that is like pro Monique seems to just like be an issue. And I will say, I remember someone from production actually saying to me that when I came on season 2, there was a huge support from the viewers and the supporters of the show for me. And a person actually told me they've never seen a new housewife come on and just take over in so many words when it came to the supporters of the show liking the new person. And while I'm very humble and I appreciate that, it almost was to my detriment, because it was like I was being punished because people liked me. And every single time anyone did anything that was of support, then they would go after them for attack. You don't know how many conference calls I've been on with the network and production because of Boss Squad. And then when they started hashtagging Team Monique or I stand with Monique, they acted as if I did that. That was what people started, and it started being posted and trending and things like that. And I said, thank you for the support. But I didn't just decide to just put hashtag Team Monique or I stand with Monique. I didn't come up with that at all. Someone on Twitter actually did. And it was like any little thing that was happening on social media, they must have been complaining about. And it was all like in my direction because I was the most active on social media, which I think is important. The whole reason I joined Instagram and Twitter was because of the show. I was told I had to maintain it. Then I got punished for maintaining it. You know? So it was jacked up, and they would try to make it seem like, oh, well, your brother just posted this or your brother And I'm like, look, he is a grown man, and I'm not going to tell him that he can't post something that he wants to post. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. If no one knew that Kevin ran that page, they probably wouldn't even have said anything. Right. But it was just the simple fact that it was my brother. They just mad it's a bunch of talent up in this family.
Okay. No, I remember when I first decided to make Boss Squad, my intention was, all right, she's joining this show. I want her to have the strongest social media presence out of everybody. So that was like my driving force going into it. So it was like, let me just try to make funny content, things that people want to share. What is it that the rest of the cast isn't doing that is kind of lacking in the social media atmosphere? And I felt like I did that. So, you know, by the time she got into like her third or fourth season, there was already so much social media support and there were other pages popping up. I didn't feel as much like duty to continue it because the intention was already fulfilled.
Right, definitely. Yeah, when you stopped your account, people thought the Monique and Portia page was you. I got called y'all cousin, the brother. It was crazy. I'm like, are y'all insane?
Like, they just can't fathom that people actually like her.
Right, like, is that such a bad thing? You would think not, but I guess the days we're living in, you can't support nobody.
Yes. It's crazy because it's funny. I think that people like the person that is listed on the screen, they were saying, I think they were just hating because they used to be the ones doing all of that social media stuff and had aliases and all of that. And I
didn't even know that was a thing.
That was alias. And it ain't cute. And if she ever get found out, she's gonna look real crazy. But yeah, somebody said, Ricardo said, remember social media reacts? Oh my God, that used to be so funny. Yeah. I would look forward to when Boss Squad would post social media reacts, and I would just be in stitches. It would be hilarious. And it was like anytime, you know, a lot of these women had been around my family, so they knew how loving and how welcoming we were. And they all loved Kevin, right? So whenever I got into a beef with any of the ladies on the show, they would all be nervous, like, oh shoot, is Kevin you know, it became a thing. Like, I remember Kevin, the first time he posted something negative about Sharice, which wasn't negative, you were just telling the story. She sent me a screenshot of the post and texted to me and was like, really? I'm like, Trick, why are you texting me? Number one.
Out of everybody, she's the one who probably should have gotten dragged the hardest.
Exactly. And it was crazy because she sent me the screenshot and she was just confused and upset. I didn't even respond to the text message. I was just like, why are you really texting me and you're really confused? Like, really?
Oh my goodness. Kevin was shaking the table. He was shaking the internet table.
Yes, he was.
It was all happening here, as you see behind me. This is where the magic was happening.
God. The creativity is on another level. It's on another level.
And I love that blue wall. When did you do that?
That looks really good.
Thank you. My Cirque du Soleil posters. I'm like a super fan. If you can't tell, if you look a little bit closer, there's a whole bunch of Cirque du Soleil stuff back there as well. And some Mila Eve. Wait, this side.
Right. Yeah,
there.
And
like
which Cirque du Soleil show did I take you to? We went to one in Orange County.
Which one did you take me to? Wait, it was in Orange County?
Yeah. No. It was like San Pedro or something like that. Long Beach.
Oh. You took me to this one.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
That was good.
I love Cirque du Soleil. So dope. Chris took me to my first one on my birthday. I think I was turning 32 or 33. My first time going, I was like blown away. I didn't realize how sexual some of those shows are.
Oh, what?
How sexual some of those shows are.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's just part of it naturally. Like, there's just very toned bodies doing all types of crazy things. Like, I think that's just part of it.
Yeah, no, I was ready. Me and Chris had
there's one that's centered around erotica. It's in Vegas.
Zumanity.
Humanity, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Zumanity.
I think I went to that one. This is a great question from Sasha. She said, does Tosha and Kevin want kids? I would love to be an auntie.
You're gonna have to wait.
She wants me to have her babies.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I do want kids. I don't want to carry the kid, so that ties in the financial aspect of it. So, if somebody wants to donate $20,000, we can get it popping.
I'm not opposed to kids, but I'm also still not certain that like I want them. But I also just feel like I'm still in kind of like that selfish phase in life where like I can't, the idea of having to care for a living human 24/7 and like alter my life to fit this person, I'm just not there yet. And I don't think that's fair to have kids if I know I'm not there yet. I'm getting a puppy. That's a start. Caring for something that's not me. That's a start.
I have so many inappropriate jokes to react to that, but I'm not even going to do it.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
Somebody asked us what our zodiac signs are. So I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Libra.
And I'm a March Pisces.
Yeah.
Clarify. Tasha's a February Pisces. I'm a March Pisces.
Tasha's a February one.
We are different breeds.
Really and truly. Really and truly. Because y'all are water sign.
Yeah.
So I can
see all signs.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see the water sign in y'all, but y'all are definitely two totally different types of Pisces. Tasha's like the extrovert and you're like the introvert of it, Tasha be out there and Kevin be like, look, I'm gonna stay right here. Yeah.
No, Kevin be out there too. He just retired.
Tired people, tired, and energy just tired.
This is a good one. Any drunk story times?
Oh.
Tasha about to be mad.
Why?
Because I used to stay having you fighting men.
Oh my God. Monique in her drunk heyday was a hot mess. Just literally a hot mess.
Yeah.
She was
I was a runner. She would flirt with every ugly guy, had the illest beer goggles on I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to make them feel good about themselves.
Oh, that's so sweet.
They were ugly. Nobody would talk to them. So when I was drunk, I was like, oh, let me just talk to them.
They would be so excited. And I would have to be like, dude, back up. She's clearly drunk. You will never have a chance. Like, don't make me fuck you up.
It was fun.
I feel like when Tasha phased over towards me when I got old enough to drink, it's like a similar story, but like worse because I would just be drunk and have really bad drunk goggles on. So Tasha's watching me talk to like some real like rough in the face looking people. And then 2 seconds later, I'm like sucking face with them. And she's just like, why is this happening? You were just saying how ugly this person was 5 minutes ago. I just, it happened. We've all got our, our shortcomings.
He would literally be like, oh, he's disgusting. Like, why is he up here? Like, and then I'll feel bad for the guy. Like, I'm so sorry, my brother's drunk. And then the next thing I know, they're kissing. I'm like, what?
I said, so Monique is a happy drunk. I'm always happy. Like, annoyingly happy.
Yeah.
Annoyingly happy.
Tasha's a passed out drunk. She'll just get tired and she'll just fall asleep anyway.
No, let me tell y'all. So
But I have fun.
here's the difference between Kevin's drunk experiences with Tosha and mine. Tasha's the one that didn't drink back then because I was drinking. So she would be looking out for me. So she'd be like, well, I can't drink because I got to look out for Moni. So the first time I ever experienced drunk Tasha was when I was 34.
In Vegas. No.
That's recent.
No, Vegas 30th. Your 30th.
No, it was she who will not be named when I paid for her bachelorette festivities in Las Vegas.
Oh, I was thinking that was your party. You're right. That was, yeah.
It was that
Right.
other chick's, yeah. Talk about a good friend. Anyway, don't even get me started on that. I spent so much time on it.
Anyway, bye. Keep going.
I know. So the point was, Tasha, that was the first time I ever experienced her drunk because I was always used to being the one that was drunk. So it was just unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, it was like watching my mom be drunk. And I have video footage of it, and I showed it to her the last time we were watching it. But she was so drunk. She got back to the room. I couldn't even sleep because I was nervous that she would throw up in her sleep and like suffocate.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
yeah, I took care of her all night. I woke up the next morning. I pushed back her flight. And it was funny because that's the stuff that Tasha would normally do for me. Clean up, throw up, and all of that. Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
We all had our turn being like the caretaker.
Yes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much for the super chat. She said
That's mine. I'm collecting that one.
Yeah. Oh, look, I told somebody, let me know where these super chats be going. I gotta check my account because I ain't got paid for nothing. Like I'm coming in. I'm like, where they supposed to hit at? But yes,
Kevin drunk. He makes some random stranger a friend and then disappears.
Oh my God.
I used to really like meeting strangers. It was just fun, just for like the the whatever of it all.
Oh my God.
let me tell you, Kevin was walking. First of all, we'll be in LA. Kevin will get drunk and he just wants to walk. Where are you going? He's a walker. Where are you going? And he would have Chris. Chris thinks he's everybody's dad, just so y'all know. And I mean, to the point where, like, if Kevin's in town and Kevin decides to go out, when he's like, is Kevin back home yet? Did he make it in? I'm about to text him. Well, where'd he go? Why not his dad? He's grown. Leave him alone. Like, that's how Chris is. But Chris would be like so nervous, like, well, where's he walking to? And I'm like, look, he apparently does this all the time. So he's gone. And then he'll see like a girl with the most hideous outfit, and he'll just be like, girl, look at you. Wow, killing it. Yes. Look at you. And she'll be all like, and then he'll walk away after 5 paces and say, what the hell does she have on? She looks like
I'm not that person anymore. I swear I'm not that person anymore. I just wanted to share a little love, like she felt really good after that conversation. And, she walked out of the bathroom just feeling real hot on herself. I'm not that person anymore.
dead.
Oh my God.
But before we go, one of the things that, all right, I got 10 minutes before Wind Down Wednesday. One of the things that I did want to discuss, and we can just kind of like wrap it up real fast. And Jay, I also want you to give a response, all of us, for how do you maintain your inner peace when you've gone through something crazy? What is your current routine to like find that self-healing and all of that good stuff?
Oh, are we starting? Okay.
Who's going first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Honestly, I seclude myself because, whenever something is disturbing my peace, my mind goes like 1,000 miles per hour. So I seclude myself, zen, and just really get in tune with myself and just pray and maybe pour up some Hennessy. And, I just really, I distance myself from the disturbance and then I just kind of collect my thoughts, and then I go from there. But that's the Jay now. The old Jay just wasn't pretty. Yeah.
Marcella, thank you for the super chat. Y'all seeing you fight for each other. Absolutely. Someone asked the question that I want to answer real fast. Who is the worst drunk? Is anyone an angry drunk? None of us. That's the thing. All of us are really happy drunks.
Yeah.
And y'all think we talk a lot now? Oh, when we're drunk, we really talk. Like,
Oh my God, I can't turn it off.
See, I'm
Turn it off.
a touchy Philly while I'm drunk, and I hate that about me. Like, I'm just like, I touch with my hands and I'm all on you. I hate it.
well, we're huggers. We're huggers.
Okay.
So, like, we're the drunks that I love you so much. Like, oh, I love you. Like,
I would say probably the closest to like an angry drunk would be me, in the sense that like some nights on tequila, like, you know, us gays, we like to throw shade at each other and keep it cute, and like, you know, but sometimes the tequila makes the shade a little more frequent, a little bit more aggressive, and it might be directed towards someone who's not used to that. And there's been a couple of times where I like directed a lot of tequila shade at like a straight friend who didn't know how to like receive it, and he was very upset by it. So I had to like be a little bit more mindful of that.
oh my God.
I wouldn't say that I'm an angry drunk, but if someone outside of the circle that I'm with is trying to start something with whoever I'm with, then I'm definitely ready to like throw down.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have like the liquor muscles, so there, you know, crazy power comes from out of it.
Yeah, it's funny. One time, this was years ago, we were filming, and then after we filmed, we always kind of like hang out, and I was about to fight for Ashley. I don't even know if she knows that. Yeah, Chris had to calm me down. It was a girl like popping off, talking real crazy, and I was like she need to go somewhere. I was like really getting upset, and Chris was like, "Yo, you need to go sit down." Like he had to check me. He was like, "Mind your business." So, yeah. I'm very like, you know, I'm a ride or die. So Tasha, inner peace really quick because I got 6 minutes.
All right. For me, I don't feel like inner peace is like a destination that you arrive to. I feel like it's an everyday thing, and it's like a cycle. So for me, it's just like an intentional mindset that I choose to have. Some days I might wake up and, you know, decide to dwell on my angry, you know, or my depression or whatever. And I do a lot of alone time. I do a lot of reading. I read so many books that's helped me be a better person. I've done counseling that's helped me be a better person. But it's not something that you're at every day. So it's an intentional, conscious decision that you have to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely, you got me into reading, like the different self-help books.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like, yeah, it does. I like reading stuff that's going to really help me, you know, change my mindset and really like, you know, get me excited. Kevin, what's your inner peace activities? And-
like similar, well, in addition to what Jay had said about just kind of the idea of limiting access to yourself, and if you need to just close off, like I'm also working on just kind of being kinder to yourself. If you do have an idea of the things that you want to do or the direction that you want to go in, and when you kind of slip up or make a misstep and fall into old habits or something, like it doesn't help to beat yourself up about it so much that you made that mistake or that you're not staying true to what it is that you wanted to do. So just trying to remind myself to just, okay, this didn't work out, or I messed up here, just kind of regroup, focus, and then keep it pushing forward. And then to also acknowledge the accomplishments that I did make. So that way I can still feel like, all right, I'm making some progress. I'm not totally there, but I also don't need to, you know, demonize myself for all of the things that I haven't done yet. So just trying to be kinder to myself.
Yeah, I love that. It's like keeping it all together. Yeah. It's 100% important for me lately. What I've been doing is definitely learning how to voice my whatever I'm going through, be more vocal about it, because it helps when you just talk about it and get it out of there, get out your system. So through therapy, that's definitely helped me to maintain my inner peace. Always having someone to hold you accountable, just to talk about it and get it out, whatever you're feeling, not holding in the frustrations. And honestly, I really enjoy saging. I started saging like during quarantine, and I 100% enjoy it. Me and my kids and my husband will actually all together walk through and sage our entire house. We'll go into every closet, every crevice, and we'll sage the whole house. And while we're saging, we'll actually speak out like words of affirmation, positive words, what we want in our household. Like if we want love, we welcome peace. And my kids will walk around and they'll actually say out loud what it is they want. And they say there's power in the tongue. So I really enjoy that and I appreciate that. And I feel like we're changing the whole atmosphere of our home and making it more lovable and more enjoyable. And we've been doing that. So that's been really fun for me. And that's probably the two things that I've been doing. A lot of prayer, a lot of just like talking to God, which I've been doing since I was a kid. So it's always just having that open relationship with God, not depending on other people to have that relationship for me, i.e. pastors or missionary or whomever, other people in general. I have that connection with God myself. And I do a lot of reading. So that's been pretty much it for me when it comes to maintaining the inner peace. And I really feel like great about it. And also just maintaining a healthy diet outside of the wine and champagne.
I'm just starting this world of healthy dieting, and it's been pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Tasha. I'm really proud of you. That's like huge. Tasha watched something that made her not like meat anymore, and she's finally team no meat.
I've been team no meat, first of all.
I caught that. Well, then technically, I'm kind of meat, kind of not.
Okay, we get it.
I am a vegan in that world for sure.
Oh my
God. Are hilarious. But before we go, I do want to remind you of the 15% off that you'll get using the Boss Squad code. And also, I'm about to hop over to my Not for Lazy Moms channel. Before we go, please make sure y'all like the video. I really appreciate it. The feedback is important. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the don't like button. I don't care. Just hit something. Don't just sit and watch. Hit something. So I appreciate y'all watching. This was a great episode. We're definitely going to be doing more of these sit downs with my siblings because we have so many stories. And I do appreciate our relationship. And it kind of like tugs on my heart when I hear of people who don't have good relationship with their siblings, because I can't imagine that. We went through 4 years of reality TV and it only made us stronger. So some people always say like, oh, when you go through different levels, things with your siblings might change. Never has. We are open with each other. Whenever we do have issues, we'll talk about it and we keep it moving. I don't even remember the last time we had an argument, honestly. No. And my mom is a great go-between when it comes to just being that rock for us in our relationships together. My mom is amazing. So shout out to mommy. I know you're watching. My mom is Jenny, and she lives in Florida, and she has. Take a picture, mom.
Show me how to screenshot.
Right. I have a boyfriend, and his name is Willie, and he's probably the only boyfriend that I like. Not even probably. He is the only one that I like.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she has. He's the one who has not had he didn't have to go through much. Well, I mean, in the beginning.
I didn't have to put my headphones on.
I never even had to threaten him. Like, we never had that threatening conversation. So
yeah. Yes.
Plus he has a lot of guns. So pick your battles.
Me and Willie have bonded over guns. Like, I love it. It's pretty dope.
He's really a dope guy.
He's a private bodyguard. Like, so you ain't gonna mess with my mom. Like he will shoot you. So.
He will shoot you. I say he will shoot you. Not you. I'm just saying in general. It's funny.
No, I know he will shoot me.
I just have to clarify. Like, why?
Oh my God.
Yo, everybody say cheese. All right. On 1, 2, 3, take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I can screenshot that. Mom.
Oh, wait, make sure you tell mom I'm the honorary sibling. Because
You
You can say it because she's on here. She's listening and watching.
Hey, mom.
Yes.
Love
She's
you.
commenting, but I know she's out there.
No, mommy's sitting here texting me right now. Like, I love Kevin's room.
She's supposed to be posting in the chat.
I know. And then she's like, I'm so proud of you guys. My babies are on TV. Okay.
She probably has her YouTube channel on her TV
Yes,
right
yes,
now.
that's what you mean.
Yo, oh my God, thank you so much. I gotta go. Wind Down Wednesday. I'm about to hop on Not for Lazy Moms with Riley, and we have special guest Jeff. We're talking all beauty, hair, skin regimens, healthy skin, how to have a nice little natural beat, quick, and get out the house and make it easy. All of those good little secrets. Y'all keep asking me, what do I do for my skin? I'm gonna spill all that tea on my Not for Lazy Moms channel. Right.
Y'all need to listen to what Jeff has to say, like for real.
Yes.
Jeff be doing God's work. He be really be photoshopping these girls.
So, like
real
photoshopping in real life. No shade to his
Real
life. Jeff just works magic. He is a sorcerer, a master of wizardry. All of it.
Wait, what Jay said? Why did my drunk ass post for that picture? Oh my God. Listen, thank y'all so much for watching us. Make sure that y'all download Drag Queens. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, all my channels. And everybody here,
Get the shirt.
Find you. Kevin designed that shirt. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I still didn't get mine.
I know, because it didn't print right.
Mine printed fine. She almost didn't send it. She's like, "Oh no, the black ones didn't print right." I was like, "No. That picture you sent looks good. You can send that."
I told her it's because hers is stretched out.
So ignorant. So ignorant.
But it was a bad print. It was a bad print.
You just wait till you get pregnant again. I got jokes for you.
Tasha and Chris are ignorant because they be calling me fat when I'm pregnant. They're ignorant.
Although I will say, when she had Melania, I was just like, man, if this is what having a girl does to you, I was like, I've never seen you this big before.
Oh my God.
I was just, and it wasn't like a cute, it wasn't a cute, like, no, it was just
everywhere.
Oh.
No, and then the most shady shit I hear in the family is like, oh my God, Moni looks just like you.
When I'm pregnant.
So ignorant. Y'all just wait.
So funny.
Oh,
all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. We will see y'all next week.
It was fun.
The lineup on Sunday. Hit the like button and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Work.